POL for the second semester. So the first obstacle that I faced was research or lack of knowledge, and for two of the projects that we did this semester, our Animal Farm project and our World War II timeline project, you kind of needed to have a good idea of the information that was kind of involved in the book. So for the World War II timeline, the background was like knowing your World War II event and being able to tell about it in a short, being able to tell about it and write about it on the bases that we need, and also in a documentary video. And for Animal Farm, we had to compare it to the Russian Revolution. And so prior to reading Animal Farm, I didn't have much knowledge about the Russian Revolution. So when reading the book, I didn't recognize all the representations that were in the book compared to the actual event. And not only did because of this, the book Animal Farm wasn't really anything special to me, because I hadn't been able to connect everything that if I had known, I would have been able to understand better. And also in the World War II timeline, I didn't know which figure of World War II I wanted to write in the perspective of. But simply enough, all I needed to do was research both events a little bit more until I was familiar enough to somewhat explain the main points of both of the events from my memory and in my own words. And then from there, I was able to finish the projects, and I ended up actually enjoying them quite a bit because I was able to understand them. And then the second obstacle, so this is from the World War II timeline video and on the website. And then the second obstacle that I faced was documenting accurately to the experiences that we had in the MP Iron Chef competition. So for the project, I was the documentarian, and I was required to make make a task sheet of everything that we would be doing during the competition to make sure that we were able to stay on task and complete everything while keeping within the allotted time frame. And so I found that putting together the task sheet was easy at the beginning, but then once we got into the kitchen, we weren't really following exactly what was on the task sheet, and the times weren't always correct. And then from there, I had to go back and constantly revise the task sheet to make sure that we would be staying on task for the final competition. And from this, not only did our work in the kitchen during the competition go smoothly, but I think we also gained problem-solving skills, because whenever we started to go off task or we made a mistake in the kitchen, we were always able to quickly find a solution and also to avoid future problems. So this is, so we planned out the recipe. So we planned out the recipes over here, and then on this side is part of our task sheet. So, another skill that I gained that I found that I was using often in a lot of the projects was information analysis. I use this often in the projects when researching the overall topics, and especially use this in the World War II timeline project. For the project that I talked about earlier, actually, we needed to research the events of World War II and then choose one that stood out to us the most. And when we chose our event, we were then supposed to write about a specific, or write about the event from the perspective of a significant in that was involved in the event, but we weren't allowed to name the person, so that when people would read what we had written, they were supposed to kind of guess who it was from. So information analysis played a huge role in this project, because in order to choose an event to talk about and a specific person, you had to have a lot of knowledge about what you're talking about, because you can't really talk about something that you have no idea or what happened. And yeah. So along with that, another skill that I gained was using words with precision and accuracy. For me, I like to always kind of write a lot to make sure that I explain my point well. And so for this project, we were required to tell our story in about 10 sentences or less. And that was a huge problem for me, because usually in the blog posts that we write, I can write a lot more than 10 sentences. So to tell about the entire event in 10 sentences was really a struggle. So I really had to choose only the most important parts of the story and use words that I felt described the situation and gave most information to the sentences. And yeah, so here are the bases that we made, and also the website and the blog reflection that we wrote out after. So another skill that I gained is comparing and contrasting, and I found this that this skill helped me a lot in the Animal Farm project, because Animal Farm is like an allegory, which is like one story that uses situations and events and characters that represent another story. So I really had to match up both of the stories, and also after reading one story, I was able to kind of predict what would happen in the next. And so here's kind of like my overall one of the pictures for the project. And then the final and what I think is the most important skill is communication. Throughout this entire year, I've been working with my group, and Well, as the documentarian, what I needed to do was constantly collect information and different documents from each of my group members and put them together into one document for the final project. And also I needed to constantly communicate with our teachers, which was kind of difficult at times. And because when you have 5 people in the group, it's kind of difficult to collect everything from everyone, especially when everyone's really, really busy with all of their own tasks. And but we were able to finish the project well, and I think our documentary turned out pretty well with a lot of help from a lot of other people. And I was really proud of our final project, and I was really happy to be given the group that I was with. So overall, I think that this semester in MPX really helped me improve on all of my skills, and I really enjoyed being in MPX this year because I really like doing projects instead of having to always do tests, because I'm not really great at taking tests, and I actually had fun in class instead of being bored all the time. So this is my group, and they're the coolest people. So yeah, that's all, and I went over 10 minutes.
Okay, so any question? Any questions? I'll start. Was it? Do you think it was more? Or was it a good thing to have 5 as compared to 4 in your group, or a bad thing?
Sometimes it was difficult, especially in the kitchen.
Okay.
But I think that having 5 people really made us better, or really helped our group, because whenever someone was needed help, there was always someone else who could help them.
Okay. Okay. Huh? Any other questions?
Yes.
You talked about Animal Farm not being a text that resonated with you. Is it something that you think should be read by a contemporary 9th grader, or do you feel there's something to be gained from reading something like that?
I think that Animal Farm was a really interesting way to learn about the Russian Revolution. It's just that for myself, I wish that I had known more before reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's a good book to read.
So you were able to create the context as you read. Do you feel knowledgeable about the Russian Revolution now through the reading of the text?
Yeah, definitely, because now I'm able to relate the characters in the book to the people in the historical event, and that really helps me remember it versus Animal Farm was it really helped me just personally to remember the events. It's a bit more exciting to read than a textbook. Yeah.